that little dog that Mama used to have who would roll around on the carpet every time he got back from a walk? I'm so excited to be home. I guess I probably might do that.
Then you might want to open the door. Or you can put this all off, Katie. You don't have to. You can come and stay with Tom and me instead, okay?
No, the doctor said I'm strong as an ox. I need to be here. This is the first place I actually made into a home. I mean, I didn't do it alone, of course. Oh, hey there, you. How's my favorite little snuggle bunny?
You know what? You could bring Snickers to stay with us, too. Casey would love that.
No. Bunny and I are staying right here where we belong. Oh, Snick, look at all this mail. You want to bet how many of these are bills?
Honey, you don't have to do this.
Katie, you don't know. Do you know that it takes 6 days to get a letter from Australia, just regular airmail? And even if you want to send something overnight, it takes 2 days because of the international date line or some, I can't remember if that's the way there or the way back.
Look, you know what? Simon is not in Australia.
Who's talking about Simon? Thinking about Simon. I'm just talking to Snickers here. He gets really freaked out when it's too quiet.
What's that?
What is that? Simon. Oh, sorry. Simon.
Well, welcome home, Bubbles.
Wow. Oh, so tell me the truth. Would you loan me a pile of money?
You're gorgeous. I mean, you look like that girl in Legally Blonde, except without the blonde.
Right. So, so I look good, right? But would you give me your checkbook? Would you trust me with it?
I would give you money and a Mercedes.
If you had either.
Right.
Thank you. You know what's so weird, though? It's so crazy is that I feel kind of confident, you know? I mean, if I can make peace with that psycho mother of Paul's, business loan, piece of cake.
You got a point.
And I have my lucky charm.
I get so happy when I see that rock back on your knuckle again.
Let me tell you something. I am not taking this bad boy off until Paul and I are on a cruise to Bermuda for swinging seniors.
Can I marry you first, then plan retirement?
Oh. Yes, lover boy. Lover boy. May is only a couple of weeks away.
Well, what would you say about Vegas tonight?
Oh, I would love to go to Vegas tonight, but... you're kidding.
Yes, you were so cute when you're gullible. No Vegas. I need more prime time to plan, and Dusty should be by here any minute to discuss honeymoon spots.
I think that's great that he's your friend, but he ain't coming on our honeymoon.
Of course not, but Joe Billionaire does want to give it to us as a wedding present. Hey, what's the problem? Don't sweat it. I told you I'm good for the money. You get the next installment next week. Yeah, I'm aware of the arrangement. Moron.
Yeah, what if Rose really does love Paul? What if they do make it to the altar? What, are you gonna sniff me? You gonna tell me you're only gonna pay my hotel bill? Because that ain't gonna cut it, lady.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If Rose resists, I'll pay you everything I promised. But if she gives in, I'll pay you double.
I can't believe this, honestly. Jessica's very brave in going public with this ordeal, but she certainly doesn't need to face this when she comes to join us.
Well, I certainly would like to greet her with a picture on the front page of Travis being kicked out of my hotel on his royal behind.
Well, I believe she's going to be here before the evening edition comes, and that's when we... Oh, my gosh.
What? Oh, call Jess, quick.
Single malt scotch, please. Neat.
12 or 18 year.
You know, make it 25. Thanks.
Jess, honey, it's Kim. The lounge is awfully crowded, so why don't you come and meet us up in Lisa's suite? See you soon, honey. Bye.
Voicemail, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Please, ladies, don't leave on my account.
Don't stay on our account.
My apologies. I didn't mean to offend you.
Too late.
the White House press room out there.
Is that bad?
Well, not as bad as my mother's house. But thanks for the tip on me using the back entrance.
You know I'm always looking out for you.
I appreciate that. I just wish you would extend that generous spirit to the rest of my family.
Now, you know I've always looked out for you and your mother in the past.
And now that she's been hurt, you've decided to side with her attacker.
Well, I won't lie to you, Bonnie. I love you too much to hurt you like that.
And what about my mother?
Ben is my brother. I've got to protect him, and Marshall's letter makes me wonder.
Oh, I should have tossed that letter when my mother told me to. I should have never even opened it. Well, it doesn't matter now. At least it is at the bottom of the dump where it belongs. Isaac? Isaac, please tell me that letter is buried under about 20 pounds of lemon peel somewhere.
I couldn't throw it away. Not until I showed
I tore it up for a reason, Isaac! Please tell me you didn't show that thing to Ben.
He read it last night, and then he burned it.
So let me get this straight. What you're telling me is that you snuck behind my back and showed Ben a manipulative piece of fiction that accuses my mother of crying rape in order to cover up something she feels guilty about. Is that right?
I was gonna tell you.
Yes, of course you were. Right after you filled my head with some bull about how much you love me too much to hurt me.
Scott. Ben.
Hey. Did the photographer in the bushes get you?
Yeah, I don't think so. You are under siege in here. You all right?
Yeah, as long as I don't turn on the television or read the newspaper or answer the phone.
You get any sleep last night?
A little. And now I am off to visit Kim and Lisa at the Lakeview.
Well, before you go, we need to go over a few things.
Like what?
Your gun, for starters. Bonnie asked me to get it out of here.
I'm glad she called you. It's over here.
Hey, I'll put it someplace safe. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine as long as that thing is out of here. Thank you.
No problem.
No, not just for the gun, but for everything. I mean, I don't know how I'd be able to do this without you.
Look, Jess, I'm behind you 100%. But, I'm a little worried about this trial.
Well, you know, we know what Marshall does. He makes everything as ugly and dirty as possible, but Evelyn will be prepared, and so will I.
You prepared for me? I have this thought that the most damning testimony against you, it could be mine.
Well, look, no matter how Marshall spins this case, the fact is he raped me. And I only need two things to stay strong. I need to remember that I am telling the truth, and I need to know that you believe that I am telling the truth, no matter what.
My faith in you is a given, Jessica. That's why I don't want to end up being Travers' ace in the hole against you.
There is no way that could happen.
Look, what if I'm forced to testify that you and Travers were lovers? If under oath I have to say that that videotape of you two in bed is for real?
I have already conceded that Marshall and I had a relationship.
Yeah, what if I have to say you lied about it? How is that going to help your testimony stand up beyond a reasonable doubt?
Because this case is not about something that happened months ago. This case is about something that happened very recently. A very specific, violent act that Marshall committed against me.
I have to take this. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, I'm on my way. Hey. All right, well, thanks for the heads up, man. Park around back.
Are the vultures at the hospital, too?
They've been hounding the candy stripers for information about your doctor companion.
I am so sorry.
It's not a surprise. I've got about 80 messages on my answering machine from reporters. And they've all got their own little angle. Everything from me as the wounded party in the love triangle to me as Travers' surgeon. And it goes on and on. The trial hasn't even started and the press is already all over us. I will be subpoenaed. I will be forced to testify under oath. And when they ask me, did you want to be left alone with Travers that night? I'm going to have to say yes. Now, how are they going to be able to convict him after that?
That does not change the facts.
Look, if you can't win this, why put your life through this kind of brutal public scrutiny?
Wait a minute. What do you mean if I can't win this? He broke the law.
Look, the law can't protect you if you don't have proof. And I'm not sure that you have enough proof to convict him.
I have the truth. And I just need to know that you believe that I am telling the truth. Do you?
Yes, yes. I do.
Well, then a jury will believe me too.
Now, are you satisfied?
Nothing's missing, that I can tell.
Well, this is some gratitude for me watching this house, huh? You know, yesterday I even played with the fur ball for an hour.
Oh, you know, Henry, I'd pay good money to see that one. Here, come, sit, eat. Now.
Oh, I'm not hungry yet.
What, is your stomach upset because Bob said that was one of the indications of dehydration?
No, I'm just excited to be home. So stop fussing, you're gonna hurt my liver.
My half of your liver is fine. It's your half that I'm worried about. Oh, hi, Chris. What are you doing here?
Good to see you too, Margot.
I'm sorry. Please, come in. What's up?
Katie left her meds at the hospital. Dad wanted me to pelch her with vitamins until she takes care of herself.
Maybe you could just write, Katie must come and stay with Margot on that prescription.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm not going all the way to the hospital just to keep you company.
Ah, but you will if you keep forgetting these.
I left those?
Well, obviously you're a little distracted, scattered, taking on too much too soon, huh? Henry,
What?
Are there clean sheets on Katie's bed?
No, they ain't clean them. But I can go ahead and clean them up.
No. You're not going to do that. You are going to go take this prescription, Katie's, and get it filled, and I will change the sheets.
Well, are you sure? Because my hospital corners are just terrific.
I am so sure they are. Now go.
Okay. Chris, always a pleasure.
Right.
Okay, so, drugs down, bed to go.
That was subtle.
She's worried about you.
Well, she shouldn't be, and I wish you would talk her out of it, because I'm fine.
Then you're a lot tougher than me. If the person I love bolted and took all our money, I'd be a mess.
You'd be fine. Things like that just happen. I mean, life's not perfect, you know? Sometimes you're just left all alone with a pile of bills and no answers, and that's just the way it goes, right?
I don't care if Dusty Donovan is Bill Gates. A honeymoon as a gift for us? It's a little excessive, don't you think? I don't have to worry about that right now. All I worry about is turning the yuppie puppy from a grooming salon to a beauty salon. And I gotta put my rent down ASAP because God knows what kind of creep's gonna go in there and steal it out from underneath me.
Well, listen, if there's a holdup at the bank, I'll be glad to loan you the money to secure the lease.
It's very sweet of you, it is, but...
But you will not accept my money, I know.
I'm not gonna need it, right? Because I've done this before, worldwide, as a VP. I did big meetings, I took them, and I did great. Yep.
Should I come with you? I can ply you with mineral water.
You're just the best. You are, but this is something I gotta do solo. Thank you.
Good morning, my darlings. Oh, sorry to break up the coffee clutch, but the money awaits.
That's my cue.
Okay. You go in there and knock him down.
Hey, listen, you break a leg, okay? And if things get dicey, just give him a couple fan kicks.
We can skip the fond farewells. She'll be back soon enough.
Come on, honey. With plenty of capital.
You got it.
Okay. Hey, I was just kidding about the fan kicks.
Thank you, Mitzi. I was worried.
Hey, groom-to-be, what's up?
Hey, Dusty, what's up, man? You just missed Rose.
Yeah, I saw her get into Lucinda's limo. Big meeting today, huh?
Yeah, I hope it goes well. She needs that loan to get the salon started.
You sound unsure.
Well, don't get me wrong, I have all the faith in the world in Rose, but you know what a startup's like? She needs advice.
And Rose doesn't take advice?
Not from me.
And maybe she's got a point.
Well, you don't think she needs advice?
Well, probably not from you. I'm not questioning your advice. But, you know, it's a boundary issue. You don't want to mix business with your relationship.
I'm not suggesting Rose and I become business partners, but I do want to help her.
I mean, you said she did a bang-up job as a VP working for,
Worldwide.
Right, so trust that Lucinda trained her well.
Well, Lucinda trained her to manage an already profitable company. She has never started a company from scratch. She's nervous.
Well, what's the worst that can happen? She falls on her face. It happens to all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you know, King Midas?
Oh, come on. I stumbled my way
Yeah.
to the top. You know, you find a new angle, you move on. That's it.
She just wants this so badly, man.
I know. Well, you know, she probably needs someone who's objective, someone who's done the dance.
And would you be talking about yourself?
No, I'm not saying that. I got a lot going on. But if she was interested, I'd be happy to give her some of my time.
Okay.
I mean, not that she'll need it, but she might. And let be her decision, you know? I gotta go to a meeting. Look, can we talk later about your honeymoon? Because I got some good ideas for you.
Sure, is whenever you can pencil me in, my man.
Let me know how things go for Rose.
All right, I will.
And, you know, if the pigs are flying and she does need advice, just have her call me. That's it.
I will. I appreciate it.
All right, anytime. You all right?
Yeah.
Good.
I was very clear with you about wanting Ben to read that letter.
I guess you don't care who you hurt so long as you get what you want.
I don't want anybody hurt.
What exactly did you think was going to happen, Isaac? Now that you've shown Ben that letter, he's probably off to dump my mother in the hour that she needs him most. But that's exactly what you wanted, though, right?
Before Marshal Travers stepped in, I was all for your mother and Ben, and you know that. But every time Travers steps in, it's trouble for my brother, and when I see trouble, I holler. That's why I showed that letter to Ben.
And I'm sure you hollered your version of the truth, right? How it was some wild night of passion to which my mother shouted yes.
You had questions of your own.
It doesn't matter what I say or what I do. I will not tolerate you saying bad things about my mother. Isaac, she is my mother.
I'm sorry.
And she is in trouble.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just forget how much it hurts you sometimes.
Yes, you did. And if you love me, you won't do it again. Now, please, keep your opinions away from me and Ben.
I'll try.
You've got to do more than try, honey. For our sake.
Bunch of jackals. You think there's a limit to the number of reporters assigned to one case? Some weasel from The Intruder just took my picture.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to warn you about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, at least you didn't get a picture of this.
Whoa, what the heck is that?
You got that from my mom's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that you did because my mom's a little too jumpy to have a gun around right now.
I'm too jumpy to have it around here. I'll put this in the safe.
Thanks for handling that for me, Ben. How was she when you went to pick it up?
She seemed pretty steady to me.
Yeah, let me guess. She went on and on about how she's not going to sit around being the victim.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, don't believe it. Ben, she is terrified behind that smile, and if she's cornered, I'm not so sure what she'll do. Oh, damn it.
Too late, Jessica. You're stuck with me.
I'm only stuck with you to the next floor. Please move.
Not until you give me a moment of your time.
Start this elevator or I'll scream.
Jessica, I am not going to hurt you. But I think you need to know how your accused rapist spent his morning.
I don't care.
No, I think you will care. Because I owe it all to you.
There are people waiting for me.
You know, the day started with a drive down a beautiful tree-lined street on the outskirts of town. After a few minutes, I made a right, and there was High Mount Cemetery. After stopping by the office, I found my way over to a sealed pine box next to an open grave where I got the chance to say hello to my daughter, Zara. And after our little family reunion, I said goodbye and watched as they lowered my little girl into the ground and covered her with earth. The whole thing took less than 10 minutes.
I am very sorry for your loss.
You know what the worst part was? Is that ever since I found out she was gone, I always knew that at that moment you would be there with me.
Well, I am here with you right now against my will, and if you do not get this thing moving, I will add kidnapping to your list of charges.
I will let you go when I'm finished.
What do you mean when you said Jessica was jumpy last night?
Yeah, to say the least. Look, I didn't really want to tell you before you got the gun out of the house, but she almost shot me last night.
What are you talking about?
She didn't know I was in the house, and she heard noises in the kitchen, so she freaked, and when I came out of the kitchen, she was yelling something like, "Don't make me do this, Marshall," and then she was pointing a gun right at me. And she was scared, Ben. She couldn't stop shaking. I mean, that's how scared she was.
Bonnie, I had no idea.
That's my point. My mom's a lot more fragile than she lets on.
Well, how come she never lets me see the fragile side of her?
Because with you, she doesn't have to. She's brave and she's confident, and somehow you make her feel safe.
Safe. I guess under the circumstances, that's a ringing endorsement, huh?
Look, Ben, I know my mother, and I know that Marshall Travers has no place in her heart, no matter what that letter says.
So you know that I read the letter?
Yeah. I know you read it and burned it.
Because I didn't know what else to do.
Because you didn't believe one word of what Marshall Travers was saying. And I'm glad you burned it, Ben, because my mother needs you. She needs people who believe in her no matter how things look.
I know you really loved him.
Yeah, Simon was my glue. I mean, everything was just easy with him here. I even have a job I didn't screw up.
Yeah, you guys were detectives, right?
Yeah. Well, my main job was wife, though. I was good at it, too, I thought. But without Simon here, I'm gonna have to find something else that I'm good at.
Well, your great sister. Margot wouldn't be alive if it weren't for you.
Yeah, but that was a no-brainer. It's not like I'm gonna be able to put a dent in those bills over there by donating body parts.
I'll admit it's a limited field. But who knows, maybe saving lives is your calling.
All right.
Come on, look at me. I never wanted to be a doctor. Some kind of sinister genetic destiny.
You sound almost serious. I mean, yeah, my dad was a doctor, but I barely passed biology.
And your mom was a nurse.
Yes, and while I looked very cute dressing up in her uniform, I hardly have the time in my life right now to study nursing.
Well, I don't know about other places, but Memorial has jobs for nurses' aides who are in school.
What is this, the hard sell? Are you gonna tell me that it pays a lot of money now?
It's not that bad. I mean, you take classes for a few weeks to learn the basics, and you're off and running. Maybe it's something to think about when you're feeling better.
I don't know. It's just hard to decide anything without Simon.
Ah, but I'm sure you will decide to come home and stay with me, won't you,
I am
Chris?
home, Margot.
Honey, moping around here is what landed you in Memorial on an IV drip.
I'm not gonna sit around here and die of grief. I won't have the time. Didn't I tell you? I'm starting a new career.
Lasagna bolognese.
Some greeting.
When I see a sketching like that, it reminds me of that lasagna you used to make when I used to come over for dinner, remember?
Oh, I do remember. I remember that it was your favorite and also about the only thing I could cook back in those days. And I also remember when I think of myself sketching that Paul used to be my partner at BRO until Rose of Jersey descended upon us.
Speaking of, I found a new angle to get in tight with her.
Really? Cannoli?
Her new beauty salon.
Beauty salon. Owned and operated by Rose D'Angelo. Oh, help me. My follicles are frying.
Yes. She's at the bank right now trying to get a loan with Lucinda. Now, when that falls through, I'm pretty certain I'll be the one she turns to.
I need better than pretty certain, Dusty.
Well, I got Paul convinced that I'm the best bet.
You see? I knew you'd find a way to succeed.
What happened?
Reality. I'm afraid. That's what happened.
No loan. Nothing. They all left.
Why?
Well, they felt that Rose's budget didn't exactly jibe with her business plan, and so they passed and they went on to another meeting, and I've been trying to explain to Rose it isn't personal. It's not. It's just business.
Well, I appreciate you bringing her back, and I understand if you have to get back to the office.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Honey? Here.
Thank you.
I hate to leave you like this.
Thank you for letting me do the meeting on my own. I was lousy.
You were
But
not
I appreciate that.
You were not lousy. You were not. Honey, it's a process. You know, you got to work on the budget, and you have to go, you know, you have to persevere, always remembering that if you can stay up one time more than they knock you down, you win.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
Thank you. Hey. I bet Lucinda's bankers wouldn't know a great idea if it bit them in the kneecaps.
Maybe they're right.
Don't be ridiculous. Let me see that proposal.
All right. They didn't even look at the picture of Exhibit 5.
Oh, well, this could be the problem right here. The projected expenses are way too high.
Oh, thank you. I didn't feel enough like an idiot.
Wait, no, I'm not trying to make you feel like an idiot. I just wish you would have showed that... All right, look, it's a very easy fix. I'll play around with a few decimal points, and then you will be irresistible to any investor with half a brain. It'll take me 1 hour tops.
See, I don't want you to fix it. I want to do this myself.
All I'm doing is crunching numbers for you. It's
see,
not
now
like
it
I'm
starts
giving you
with
money.
crunching numbers, and then it works to you. You know, it's all about you and your project and your ideas. It's not mine anymore.
No, I would never do that. And if you want another shot at getting your salon, you're going to need help.
Well, then I'm going to have to get it from somebody whose opinion doesn't matter to me.
All right? I've got it.
You got what?
The perfect business advisor. Dusty.
Are you crazy?
No, think about it. He's incredibly successful. Richer than Trump. You could care less about what he thinks and his opinion or whatever. He's perfect.
This is too perfect, Dusty. Rose's ego is even bigger than her hair. She's consumed with being a successful businesswoman.
No, she's done all right so far.
Yeah, because she's had Lucinda there leading her by the hand. Wait a second, you said Lucinda was with her at the bank?
Relax.
She'll walk her right into a loan.
No, her ego's gonna get in the way. Paul tells me that she insists on doing everything herself. She's not gonna turn to Lucinda or Paul.
When those bankers hear her voice for 5 seconds, they're gonna turn on their heels.
That's where this gets a little difficult.
Really? How so?
Well, when they turn her down, I gotta come through for her. Not just emotionally, but financially.
The point being?
I'm gonna need a lot of money. Your money.
This morning, I put to rest something in my past that I've always been ashamed of, my failure as a father. And although you helped me discover that past, I also realized that you have ruined my future.
You did that.
You branded me a rapist.
You are a rapist.
Look, Jessica, I know that I have committed my fair share of sins where you're concerned, but rape is not one of them. It's just the easiest way for you to punish me for proving that you're not perfect.
I don't have to listen to this.
I'm only asking you to think about what you're doing to me. I'm going to be vilified for life. I am begging you, Jessica, drop the charges.
You are my fine, sexy, lucky charm.
Get caught up in the feeling.
I am so sorry that I hurt you.
And fall in love
Fun to be close to you.
with CBS Daytime. Weekdays.
You help people every day. Maybe I can't too.
You know what, baby? It is really noble of you to want to help people, but don't you think you ought to help yourself first?
That's what I'll be doing. I mean, I'll be paying my rent and being able to take care of myself. I'll be meeting new people, and I'll even get a roommate so that the bank doesn't kick Snickers and me out on our tails.
They wouldn't do that to us.
Us?
Hey, I didn't tell you? I put all my stuff from the Lakeview in here while you were in the hospital.
I've been sick. Don't tease me.
I'm not. You know, we've survived a lot together, sugar. I'm your favorite punching bag. You're the sister I never wanted. We're a team.
You turn me into a crazy person.
You already are a crazy person. Come on, it'll be like old times, only better.
Henry, no.
I'll give you 6 months' rent in advance.
You can have the room off the kitchen.
That's the spirit.
See, Marco? I'm putting things together already. I have a brand new roommate and a brand new career.
And when do you start this new job as a nurse's aide?
I am going to head over to Memorial tomorrow to get all the information.
What time?
Marco, I'm gonna do it. I said I would do it, and I will keep my word. Stop fussing and mothering, and please just go home and relax.
All right. I guess I will get out of here then.
I'm gonna take off too. You're really okay.
I'm brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much, both of you, for all your help. I'll call you soon.
You better.
There's no way that I'm taking business advice from Dusty Donovan.
All right, give me one good reason.
I give you just said it. He's like a zillionaire. What does he care about hair dryers and sinks? He probably gets his hair done to some shishi Chicago place with supermodels circling
Dusty
around and serving
Donovan
him.
grew up here. He was a stable boy, for heaven's sake. I was the one with a silver spoon in my mouth. He made his own luck.
I don't know.
You want an educated, objective opinion from somebody you don't love, right? Dusty is perfect. You barely even like the guy.
But he's your friend.
See? Now you're just making up excuses because you're mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself, you know? I'm gonna waltz in there. I think they're gonna see my dream and say, wow, I gotta be on board with that. You know, I should have gotten in there ready for hardball.
Then you will do better next time.
You know. All right, maybe Dusty will help. We still friends?
I'll think about it.
Remember, no thinking. And I'll try not to act like a raving shrew.
Here I was enjoying feeling married.
Don't make me hurt you.
Extract Rose D'Angelo from Paul's life, and you will have an unlimited credit line.
You sure about that, huh?
She can have all my money. I won't let her have my son.
Donovan.
You always answer your phone like you work for the CIA?
Rose. Hey. Paul told me you had a big meeting today. I bet you nailed it.
That's why I'm calling, actually. I was wondering if maybe you could take a look at my business plan and maybe give me some suggestions.
Yeah, I'd love to. My days are a little booked. I could squeeze you in at 8 tonight if that's good for you.
You're helping me. So whatever works for you, the Lakeview?
Great. In the lounge at 8. Break out the checkbook. It looks like Rose needs a little bit of business advice.
Look, you guys, my mother is not perfect. But she knows the law. She respects it and she honors it. And if she didn't think she could win this case, she wouldn't pursue it. So, Ben, I am asking you, please don't abandon her.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
I honestly don't know what to think.
Well, then let me tell you. I am not going to abandon your mother.
Conviction or no, the damage is done. You've made your point, Jessica. This does not need to go to trial.
You've given me a lot to think about, Marshall, and if you start this elevator, I will do so. I've considered your request, and I intend to pursue this to the fullest extent of the law.
I thought you heard
I did. And if you were so concerned about your precious reputation, then you should have stopped when I said no. I'll see you in court. Until then, if you come within 15 feet of me, I'll have you arrested for stalking.